ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Hello and welcome to RTA News. Thanks for joining us. Let's begin with some updates from Afghanistan and abroad. A delegation headed by Maulawi Abdulwali Haqqani, Deputy Minister of Health Services Delivery at the Ministry of Public Health, met with representatives of a Japanese international company during a trip to Turkey. During the meeting with representatives of the company, officials from the Ministry of Public Health provided information about advanced medical devices and considered advanced medical equipment essential for strengthening the health system and providing standard health services. They also emphasized that standard and timely diagnosis reduces the cost of treatment, prevents complications and improves the quality of health services. On the other hand, Maulawi Abdulwali Haqqani also said that efforts are underway to equip the country's health system and hospitals with advanced medical equipment. The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan blames the recent deadly attack on 3 Chinese citizens in Tajikistan on those circles that create insecurity and instability in the region and create distrust between countries. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs deeply regrets the incident and condemns it in the strongest. Here is the report.
3 Chinese citizens were killed in an airstrike in the Shamsuddin Shahin region of Tajikistan's Khatalan province. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan deeply regrets these incidents and condemns it in the strongest terms. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says that based on preliminary assessments and information from the relevant agencies of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, this is the work of those circles that are trying to create chaos, instability and distrust among countries.
According to
the assessment and information of the relevant institutions of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, individuals involved in this incident are those who have caused disturbance and instability in the region and are attempting to create the mistrust between the countries. The government of Afghanistan assures the government of Tajikistan of its commitment to expanding bilateral cooperation and expresses its full readiness for information exchange, technical cooperation and a comprehensive assessment in order to identify the factors beyond the incident.
Maulawi Abdul Salam Zaif, the former ambassador of the Islamic Emirate to Pakistan, wrote on his X page that this is the work of the Punjab regime and wants to create distrust.
The more the uncivilized regime in Punjab shakes, the more it slaps. Lies have temporary benefits for a while, but when exposed, they always cause harm. To create distrust between China, Afghanistan and Tajikistan, 3 gold miners in Tajikistan were targeted. This idea is wrong and no action can be hidden. The world has the ability to prove using technology where the drone came from and who the preparators are. And this, on the contrary, will be the hardest and heaviest slap in their face.
In the past 4 years, the government focused on the economy, non-interference in other countries and security, has delivered a message to the world. The recent incident, which resulted in the killing of Chinese citizens within the borders of Tajikistan, is an intelligence plot aimed at disrupting the security of regional and trans-regional countries. We hope that neighboring countries and the government of Afghanistan will exchange intelligence information so that a joint fight can be carried out together.
After the closure of trade routes between Afghanistan and Pakistan, Afghanistan is exploring alternative pathways to sustain and utilize them for commercial trade. Regarding the incidents involving Chinese engineers, it appears that certain actors aim to weaken the stance of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan on security, while simultaneously attempting to intimidate Chinese nationals to deter their continued presence and involvement in the region. It's fairly evident who has been orchestrating and committing such criminal acts.
The Afghan government assures the Tajik governments of full cooperation and is fully ready to exchange information, technical cooperation and joint assessments aimed at finding the cause of the incident. The Afghan government said the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan once again expressed its condolences to the families of the victims and assures them that it is with them.
Dr. Rafiullah Samim, Director of Public Libraries of the Deputy Department of Culture and Arts at the Ministry of Information and Culture, met with Dr. Nando Valis, Charge Affairs of the Indonesian Embassy in Kabul. In this meeting, they discussed and exchanged views on the continuation of strengthening of cultural relations between Afghanistan and Indonesia. On the other hand, Dr. Rafiullah Samim, Director of Public Libraries, provided information about the activities and achievements of the Directorate of Public Libraries at the Charge Affairs of the Indonesian Embassy, and while appreciating the cooperation of that country, called for further and lasting cooperation. At the same time, the Charge Affairs of the Indonesian Embassy emphasized the continuation of and cooperation with the Directorate of Public Libraries of Afghanistan, and said that his country will fully cooperate in implementing research and cultural programs as well as equipping this department. Indian External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randir Jaiswal has announced the dispatch of 73 tons of life-saving medicines, vaccines and essential supplements to Kabul. He added that the consignment has been sent to address the urgent health needs in Afghanistan. Reuters reported, citing Turkish officials, that two Turkish tankers exploded and caught fire near the Bosphorus Strait in the Black Sea. The Turkish Transport Ministry said that the first tanker, called Kairos, was en route from Egypt to Russian port of Novosibirsk when it caught fire after being hit by an external object. At the same time, another tanker, the Violet, caught fire in the eastern Black Sea. According to the Turkish officials, the crews of both tankers have been rescued. A number of residents of the capital are concerned about the increase in electricity shortage during these days and nights and are asking the electricity company to address this problem. However, the electricity company says the work on the 500 kilovolt Uzbekistan and the 500 kilovolt Turkmenistan transmission line projects is progressing rapidly, and that the completion of these projects will solve the problems of citizens' electricity shortages. Report.
Kabul residents complain about increased electricity shortages. According to them, with the arrival of the cold season, electricity shortages in this city have also increased, which requires serious attention from the officials of the Brishna company in this sector.
One night you see that electricity comes for 1 hour and then disappears for 10 hours, especially in the evening. Power outages have increased a lot during dinner time. Suddenly the electricity goes off.
We request the Brishna department to regulate these power outages and make them fair. In some parts of the city, they cut the electricity more often, while in other areas, it is least frequent. They should ensure fairness in the power distribution and try to provide the electricity for the people from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., after which they can schedule the outages.
Meanwhile, the electricity company says that work on large electricity project is progressing rapidly, and with the completion of these projects, a sustainable electricity supply will be provided to the citizens of various provinces, including Kabul and Nangarhar.
From the 500 kilowatt transmission line, there are two lines, one coming from Uzbekistan and the other from Turkmenistan. The quality is so excellent that we have managed to absorb around 3,000 megawatt of electricity. One of the lines is about 80% complete, and the remaining 20% of the work will be completed within 1 year. As for the other line, according to the agreement, its work will be fully completed by the first quarter of 2027.
On the other hand, some energy experts say that Afghanistan has the capacity to produce electricity from wind, solar, coal and other domestic sources, which can be completely solve the country's electricity needs using domestic sources. Afghanistan is an excellent country for solar energy production, and it has very favorable conditions. At the moment, what we need is investors to come and invest in the solar energy sector in Afghanistan. This will naturally contribute to energy production and achieving energy self-sufficiency. The electricity company also says that it is trying to permanently solve the electricity problem in the country, especially in the capital, and so far a number of electricity generation projects have been completed in this sector, and work on a number of other projects from domestic sources is in full swing.
A water supply network worth more than 7 million Afghanis was integrated in Sharq district of Logar province by Mullah Muhammad Yunus Akhundzadeh, Minister of Rural Rehabilitation and Development. According to local administration officials, the water supply network provides 353 families with healthy drinking water. The Ministry of Refugees and Repatriation says that in the past day, 2,540 Afghan migrants have returned from Pakistan via Torkham, Spin Buldak, and Bahramchad, the hypothetical Durian line. During the same period, 310 Afghan migrants returned from Iran via Islam Qala and the Silk Road. One person was killed and 7 others injured when 2 cars collided on the Khol Mazar Sharif highway. The incident took place on the highway from Khol district to Mazar Sharif, the provincial police chief said. Meanwhile, the 2 vehicles collided inside Abad district of Maidan Wardak province, killing a woman and injuring 2 others. According to the provincial police chief, the incident occurred in the Dashtutop area when a truck collided with a road. That was all for now. Thanks for being with us. You can follow us online for more updates. Have a good time.
ساتوی پسرو وینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو داد شهیدانو کور داد